The fifth exercise. With the fifth exercise, we enter the realm of feelings. And the Buddha proposed us the exercise to bring in a feeling of joy. As a good practitioner, you are capable of bringing a feeling of joy at any moment. Bringing joy. The sixth is bringing happiness. Because the seventh exercise is the practice to recognize the pain, the sorrow, the distress, the despair in us. And if we do not have enough joy and happiness, we cannot do that. It's like a patient before going to a surgery should be strong enough in order to support the surgery, the operation. So it is the doctor who make the decision. If the patient is a little bit too weak, and then they will do something in order to help him or her to get stronger before the operation. So the practice here is like that also. There may be a block of pain and sorrow or fear or suffering inside. And the practice is to recognize it, to embrace it. But if we are not strong, we cannot do that yet. Therefore, learning how to bring a moment of joy, learning how to bring in a feeling of happiness is very important. And everyone can do that with the practice. Aware of painful feeling. And the eighth is to release the tension. In feeling, in painful feeling. The practice of mindfulness help us to be fully present in the here and the now, to get the nourishment the healing. And then the practice of mindfulness help us to recognize the pain, the sorrow, the suffering inside, and to bring a relief to to that pain, that suffering inside. And the Buddha was very so compassionate. He showed us step by steps what to do in order to do so. How to bring in a feeling of joy, a feeling of happiness. There are many ways recommended by the Buddha, and we should learn. The first way is to let go, to release, to leave it behind, called leave. To let go, to leave behind. And to let go of what? To leave behind what? That is the question. There are things that prevent us to be happy. There are things that can prevent us to be joyful. And we have to recognize that and remove it. What prevents us to be happy, to be joyful, may be just our idea of happiness. There are many things, but that include your idea about happiness. And your idea about happiness may be a stumbling block that prevents you to be happy, to be joyful. All of us have an idea as how we can be happy. We think that we should get rid of that. We should obtain that in order to be really happy. That's an idea. And maybe because of that idea, well, happiness has never come to us. And therefore, to allow that to go is very important. We may have an idea that what are very crucial to our well-being and happiness. We are so sure about that. But the truth might be the opposite. It may be because of that you have never been able to be happy. So to release that notion, that idea, is the key to happiness. The example that we use in order to explain this is the weekend. We live in a big city, very noisy, very polluted. And on Friday afternoon, we want to get out of the city, to go to the countryside, to spend the weekend in the countryside. So we spend about 1 hour driving. And the moment when we left behind the city, we began to see the blue sky, the rolling hills. We begin to feel the breeze on our face. We feel so happy. We are so happy because we are able to leave the city behind. If you cannot release the city, how can you experience the joy of the countryside now? So this is an example. So there must be something that you have to leave behind, to let go, in order for happiness to be possible. And this, we have to look deeply to recognize it. That may be a person, that may be a property, that may be an idea, that may be an ocean, but you have to recognize them. The joy and the happiness can be born from leaving behind the joy and the happiness that are born from releasing, leaving behind. This is a practice.